Hi guys, Steve Ditko passed away, the co-creator of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. I just found that out. I was going to his office to drop off my comic book to him. I had, for those of you who saw the first video I had made when I met him over a year ago, this really caught me off guard. I didn't. He was a nice man. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm just, it's tough. I mean, I met him in 2017 in April, and the security guy said I was like the first person in 4 years that he led up to his office. Sorry for those of you who are just joining us. This is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. He was so nice to me. He took time, you know. The security guy said, "Oh, people called him strange and peculiar." I understood him, you know. I understood exactly what he had shared with me. He shared so many industry secrets and how to become successful and create success and things, and he just didn't care about any of it like anymore, you know. It was like so important to him originally, and then it just I'm sorry, it's just so sad. They found him alone. Apparently they broke into his apartment in New York City on June 29th, Friday, and found that he had died like about 2 or 3 days before. So like on the 27th of June, I guess. His social worker hadn't heard from him in like 4 days or something, and he has like no family. It's not right, you know. How can nobody's reported about this anywhere? Anywhere. No one has reported about this. It's not right. He's Steve Ditko. He's the guy who freaking designed Spider-Man. He came up with stories with Stan Lee. I mean, he did Doctor Strange, for God's sakes. I mean, this guy, I mean, he didn't care about any of this. Like when I came up to his office and he let me up there, he was so kind, and he was like, it doesn't matter, and it's all meaningless. And I said, but it matters to me and to all the fans in the world who love you, you know, and all the enjoyment and the happiness that you got us. And I showed him my Ditko comic book that Brendan Wilson co-created as the writer and I co-created as the artist, and I showed him that stuff on my phone. I had pictures and things before we got signed by Marvel and DC Comics distributors, Diamond, and before it came out July 4th and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I was going over to his office to drop off a copy for him and thank him. And yeah, I mean, he was like 90, you know. So I understand, like, people are like, oh, he was old, whatever, but he should have been honored, you know. Like, this should be all over the media. This should be all over the news. This should be everywhere. Not, how can I, an independent comic book guy, be the first person to tell everybody about this? That's wrong, man. That's, I mean, it just makes me sick, man, you know? I mean, I think about, like, Bill Finger and stuff. He was the co-creator of Batman, for those of you who don't know, along with Bob Kane. And he was found dead in an empty little apartment. I mean, what's going on? We're independent artists and creators, and these giant corporations are making billions of dollars off independent creators, you know, ideas, and they're not taking care of the creators, man. It's not right. I mean, I just remember like you know, the security guy said he said Graig, you're the only person he's let up here in like 4 years. I said, you can't be serious. He's like, yeah, you're the only guy he's been talking to. I'm like, are you serious? He has like no other family. He's like, well, there's a nephew. Supposedly there's a nephew somewhere that he's kept up with, you know. And I said, are his belongings protected? Like, who's going to take care of all this stuff in his office, man? And they said the building knows about it, and they're protecting all his stuff until they find, I guess, his relative or whatever to give it to him. Anyway, guys, it's just, that's not the way someone like him should go out. You know what I'm saying? He's a good person, man. And the fact that he took time. I mean, he spoke to me for like nearly 30 minutes, like in his office, the first day that I met him. That was the first time. He told me a lot of stuff that he asked me to keep confidential, so I'll keep that confidential. Jesus. I just can't believe this. I can't. I mean, why is this not like on the cover of every? I'm going to call TMZ. I'm going to call everybody and tell them they need to honor this man. That's what I'm going to do. This is crazy, guys. I mean, I'll post the other video where I first met him in the description below for those of you who want to check it out and everything we spoke about there. He was such a lovely, kind man. I said, how did you create Spider-Man? He said, ask my hand. I mean, you know, it's crazy. Guys, please post your comments below. There's no funeral. There's nothing. This is crazy. I guess, subscribe for the updates, and I'll update you guys if I hear anything else. And I'm going to go call TMZ. That's what I'm going to do. And tell them, because this is crazy. They need to do a big piece on this man. I'm going to contact everybody. I'm going to send an email to everybody. This is nuts. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Sorry, I'm just kind of, in a way, he's like an inspiration. And all right. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.